I've made millions and lost millions since I first got started over 15 years ago. So if you're a teenager or in your early 20s, here are the 12 things that you need to know if you want to make money and live a good life. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Adil Chowdhury here, your go-to mentor for making it big in life and business. They are the only two things that I've made big. The other thing, well, I'm still working on it, but I'll let you know when I figure that one out. Now that's not important, but over the past 15 years, I've hit the highest highs and the lowest lows, and through it all, I've learned some incredibly important stuff. So if you're a teenager or in your early 20s, or frankly, at any stage of your life looking to make money and level up in this life, then this video is for you. Today, I'm sharing the 12 life lessons that have been responsible for me making millions of dollars. Let's jump right in. The first lesson is all about the importance of building an audience. A lot of people get this backwards. They think of a product and then try and find an audience to sell to. And that's crazy. You're essentially guessing, and guessing will cost you, especially when you're guessing on a horse to win that you just spent your whole life savings on. Start with the audience. Even if you don't have anything to sell, you should always be building a following on social media and an email list. And then when you do have a product, it will demand right from the start. And that's how guys like McGregor and The Rock made hundreds of millions of dollars with their alcohol brands. They built up a massive following first and then capitalized on it for a big payday. And you should be trying to do the same. Next up, a task will only take you as long as the time that you allow it. So if you give yourself a week to get something done, that's how long it's going to take. If you give yourself a day, you'll get it done in a day, maybe two tops. Now, this doesn't mean that you should start balling out even if you can't afford it, but you have to imagine that you've already made it, that this is just another day for you. Otherwise, you'll put it on a pedestal and stay stuck forever. This can take some getting used to, but as the wins start coming in, you'll start believing it more and more until it's really true. Give it a try. Whatever you think it takes to become rich, it's probably much simpler. You're overthinking how many steps and small details there are, but it's also much harder. It's way harder than you expect. It's so hard that it will bring you to your knees. It's that hard. It's too hard, you'll cry, but it will never be that complicated. You just have to keep on moving forward. Moving on to passive income, everyone's favorite bloody topic. But it really shouldn't be. If you're currently not making any income, why are you worrying about passive income for? Make some active income first. Once you have some cash to invest, you can then look into passive income. But don't start off looking to make passive income. That's just being lazy. Do any work that you can and sell your time to get paid. Next, focus on acquiring skills, not cash, when you first get started. Now, some of you might misunderstand this, so this is what that means. You might have to work for free at the start to get the skills and experience to land paid work. That's just paying your dues. Do you think your mama got paid the first time she started dancing on a pole? Probably not. I wasn't feeling particularly generous that night either. But if you want to start getting paid as soon as you possibly can, it will keep you motivated to continue learning and getting better each day. Work for free for as short a time as necessary, and then start looking to get paid. Next on the list is a quick hack for building any new habit. Now, the biggest issue with trying to start a new habit is that you don't know when to do it. But if you can attach it before or after something that you do every day, the trigger is there, and it will become so much more easier to stick to. Easy peasy. The human brain is weird. Listen, everything that goes through it is comparative. Every time that you sit down to work, your brain is comparing the dopamine that it gets with something way more stimulating, like watching videos of me teaching or singing. But in all seriousness, your brain will default to the activity that gives it the most pleasure. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to cut off everything fun out of your life if you want to get more work done. But it is something to be aware of if you can't bring yourself to focus on anything. Reading. It's every guru's favorite activity, apparently.
Knowledge.
In my opinion, reading is overrated as a method of learning. There are far faster and more effective ways to learn something without reading. Plus, every business or self-development book is just repeating the same message over and over and over and over again. But reading is also underrated as a hobby. You see, especially if you read fiction, it can be a great way to relax before you go to bed and get those creative muscles working so that you can come up with better ideas. Much better than scrolling through pretty girls on TikTok for hours. Maybe. Yes, it is. Buyer psychology and the science of why people buy should be the first thing that you learn. This underpins everything in business, even if you don't work in a traditional selling or marketing role. You'll see every decision in terms of how it will affect the people instead of the product. And it's the people who are going to give you money, lots of money. Now, you should be learning a high income skill. That much is obvious, but you can't just learn one thing like the gurus keep telling you. If you want to be successful, you need to be competent in a ton of different things: marketing, website creation, video production, funnel optimization, accounting. Unless you can already afford to hire people to outsource this to, you're going to have to do them all, especially at the beginning of your entrepreneurial journey. And finally, we have more of a woo-woo piece of advice. If you're currently making no money, making some money will be transformational. There's no doubt about that. You'll never be more excited than when that first bit of cash hits your bank account. But beyond a few $1,000s a month, your life may not necessarily get that much better. Now, don't get me wrong, I love money. But more money can mean more problems, more stress, and more headaches to take care of, especially when you start getting phone calls from friends, family, and cousins that you never knew you had, ringing you up and asking for a loan, which we both know they're never going to pay back. So ask yourself, do you really want to be a multimillionaire, or would you prefer being a 100 to 1,000-aire, chilling on a beach somewhere with fewer worries and maybe get a dog and a cat? The choice is yours. And there we have it, boys and girls, the 12 life lessons that I've learned from making millions of dollars and losing millions on the internet. So do me a favor and give me a clap if you've enjoyed this video. I don't mean with your butt cheeks, but I'm talking about comment, like, and subscribe for the algorithm, please. It helps me out and it allows me to continue to bless your subscription box each and every week. And there's also a slim chance that I'll send you a pet monkey if you subscribe. It's very slim, but hey, you never know. So do your good deed for the day and hit that subscribe button. I'll see you in the next one.